Hi, good morning, boys and girls. My name is Officer Lewis. I'm here with Richmond Police Department. Today, I would like to read to you for Black History Month. And the book I'm going to be reading is called A Sweet Smell of Roses. Okay, this was a depiction of the Civil Rights era. And most of you are familiar with Black History Month, I'm sure. This book, There's a Sweet Smell of Roses. It was about two girls who sneak out of their home and went down the street across the town where men and women had gathered ready to march for freedom and justice during the Civil Rights Movement. Okay. The book was written by Angela Johnson, and the photos or illustrations were done by Eric Velasquez. Okay. So here we go. After a night of soft rain, there is a sweet smell of roses as my sister, Minnie, and I slip past Mama's door and out of the house down Charlotte Street. And these are the two girls that slipped out of the home. Past the early morning milkman, over the cobbled bridge, and through the curb market. Here we go. See, they're running out of the house, running down the street, through the market. Where everybody waits to march, Minnie and I, only waist high to most of them. Waist high, Minnie and me. Waist high, holding hands and waiting to march. So here the two girls are lined up and ready to march for freedom during the Civil Rights Movement. There is a sweet smell of roses as everyone waits for Dr. King to speak. We all know Dr. King, Martin Luther King. Across the colors, bright light from the sun on the flowers beside the road as we listen to Dr. King on the megaphone say, "We are right. We march for equality and freedom." And here you can see the girls are in the front listening to Dr. King speak. Then we start to march, Minnie and me. We look ahead and walk faster like him, like Dr. King. Remember, these are little girls and they're trying to keep up with the crowd, so they have to walk a little faster. Said their feet clapping in time with our feet, looking ahead just like him. And here you can see the girls, they're out front with Dr. Martin Luther King, marching for freedom. There is a sweet smell of roses as we march past the people who scream and shout and say, "You are not right. Equality can't be yours." So as the girls are marching with Dr. King, there were people on the side of the road who saying that equality was not for them. Okay? Then we look farther down the road and keep holding hands, feeling a part of it all, walking our way towards freedom. And you see the girls again walking close up, walking for freedom. There's a sweet smell of roses as more people start marching with us, pouring out of the side streets, clapping and singing, "Freedom, freedom." Then someone picks me up and puts me on his shoulders. Somebody picks up Minnie too, and we're high above everybody, still marching. So the march became a little crowded and somebody picked the girls up because they were so small, put them on their shoulders so they can see where they were going. Okay. There's a sweet smell of roses as we all gather in the center of town, all together, all here, listening to Dr. King as the sun gets higher in the sky. So you see here, they gathered in the town and they're listening to Dr. King speak. He talks about peace, love, nonviolence, and change for everybody. And the sun gets higher in the sky. And here you can see Dr. King giving his famous speech. Okay. When it's time to go, we skip back, hand in hand, Minnie and me, singing freedom songs along the streets. So as the march got over, Minnie and his sister went back home. They were skipping and singing the songs that they had just learned during the Freedom March. They ran through the curb market, over the cobbled bridge, and past the mailman. And here they go. Remember when they left, they passed the milkman, so now it's later in the day, and here comes the mailman as they go back home. Okay? To our house on Charlotte Street. Then there is Mama, worried face, waiting there for us. Now remember, the girls snuck out of the house, so when they got back home, their mother was there waiting for them, kind of worried, wondering where they were. So now the girls are joined back with Mama. She smiles after a while, hugging us, then takes our hand. As we all tell her about the march, the curtains float apart. So you see the girls are back home with Mommy, okay, safe and sound, and they're telling her all about the march that they just did with Martin Luther King. And there's a sweet smell of roses all through the house. So you see the curtains part, the wind blows in, and there's a sweet smell of roses. Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed this book. Okay, now these books were donated by the Richmond Public Library, so you guys can go down there, get yourself a library card if you don't already have one. There's a lot of great books, computers, there's a lot of things that can help you out, okay? You guys enjoy your day, and it was my pleasure reading to you. Thank you.